speak good to your brother.
What's up, Gabe?
What's
We're
up,
back.
Jake? We are back.
Back.
Better than last week.
Hosting the show nobody asked for, and we're going to do it better than we did last week.
I'm sorry to anyone that listened to last week. I didn't listen to last week. But you know what we do on this show? We stay consistent. That's all that matters.
We stay consistent. That's for sure.
That's the one thing Coach Markham said
poor.
about me. Shout out Coach Markham. I want to tell this story real quick. So you know how we did the hammer?
Yeah.
Every game, Markham would hand out the hammer on Thursday. And we'd go carry it out Friday night through the tunnel, lead the team out the tunnel. And so we're playing Casey County, right? Last game of the season. Anyone that knows, we got beat by Casey County. They were defeated. They hadn't won a game all year, and we got beat. And we go up there and lay an egg. It is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
So Markham says the Thursday practice before Bell County, before the playoff game, he says, well, you know, it's time to give the hammer out. And, we didn't have like really outstanding performances, you know, last week. Because, I mean, it was Kate. No one played good. Yeah. He said, so I think this week we're going to give it to someone that's been, has been good for us all year. He's been the most consistent player we've had all year. Gabe, get up here. I'm like, thanks, man.
Sick.
Most consistent. That's me.
Most consistent.
That's me. So if I've got one attribute or qualification or characteristic of myself, I am consistent. So I always thought that was funny.
That's right.
Looking back at it, it's like not the best, not the worst, but I'm the most consistent.
What was the thing we picked on John Short for?
Sense of urgency.
Sense of urgency. That's right. John Short's got a sense of urgency.
Poor guy. Like, we look back, we gave him so much crap, but, like, he just wanted to be better.
Yeah,
like, he just wanted to be good.
I realized, I recognized that the whole time, but it was still really funny.
I think we were just jealous. I don't know. But, anywho. What are we talking about today?
You want to talk about your 4-4-48? I don't want to jump in my questions yet.
Okay.
I'll hold off a minute.
Yeah, we can talk about the 4-4-48. If anyone has been paying attention to the YouTube this week, I posted 2 videos back-to-back days. I felt like a real YouTuber. Yeah. Just because I was bored out of my mind. Is really what it was. It was what it came down to. I was bored out of my mind. And so Monday morning was the Memorial Day, and we went and did the Murph. Me, Bryce, Cooper, Bryce's dad and Bryce's uncle, Bobby and Steven. And so there's 5 of us. We went over to Alliance Fitness. They're in Irvin. Shout out Alliance Fitness. Go check it out. Pretty cool spot. We went over at 8 in the morning. We did the Murph. Anyone that doesn't know what the Murph is, you can watch the video. It was a fun one. I enjoyed it. It's a mile, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, then another mile. And so I did it in like 42 minutes. I was zooming through it, which that was like 10 minutes faster than last year. Yeah.
Dude.
I was zooming through it. And, we went and did that. Then Tuesday, we can go into the 4-4-48 challenge. Sunday morning, in our Sunday school class, I can't remember quite what we were talking about, but we were talking about somehow fasting got brought up, you know, and why people fast. And I'm like, well, I've only fasted once before. I did a 36-hour fast. Is that a day and a half, 36 hours?
Yeah.
I did a 36-hour fast last year, about this time last year. And it was tough, like, because I was still working out and lifting, you know, during that time, working out and running, but like I didn't eat nothing. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do a fast this week, you know. I'm gonna do it Tuesday. Then I got to thinking, I'm like, how can I make this a little bit more? Let's do the 4-4-48 challenge. Let's do the David Goggins challenge.
Ignorant. Fasted. Yeah,
that's so stupid. Don't ever do that. Fasted. So
asking for some sort of, I don't want to say injury because it wouldn't really be an injury.
Just
like
asking for death.
Dehydrated.
Well,
messed up.
I drank water.
I know you're drinking water.
But whatever it was just awful. So I woke up, or I didn't. Ate my last meal about 7 o'clock Monday night, and I woke up at I went to bed about 9, and I woke up at midnight and went and ran. So the 4:48, I'm getting ahead of myself. 4:48 is 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours. And so David Goggins came up with it. I don't really know the full backstory on it, but it's stupid hard. Like, it is stupid hard. And so I did the first 4 miles, bang, dude, knocked it out, 32 minutes or whatever, and just like knocked it out. Let's go. Went back to bed. Woke up at 3:50. I'm like, okay, let's go run another 4 miles. And so I got up, and it was misting the rain a little bit, and I ran 4 more miles. And went back to bed afterwards. Woke up at 7:50. So for my 8 o'clock run, I'm like, all right, it's raining a little bit harder now, but man, I still got to do it. So go run 4 more miles. And I was feeling pretty solid at that point. I took a shower finally after that third run, and so like I didn't want to like take a shower after every run. I didn't want the water bill to go up, but that's really what I was thinking about. But I'd get a towel and I'd like dry off all the sweat and all this stuff, and but I finally went and took a shower, and then I had to like do some paperwork, like schoolwork and stuff, and I don't know if I took a nap before the noon one or not, but I go outside for the noon one. It's all on the video there, but I go outside for the noon one, and it's pouring the rain. I'm like, man, this sucks. What do I do? I'm like, I'm gonna go run on the treadmill. So I get on our janky treadmill and just trotting along, and the treadmill only said 3.3 miles, but my watch said 4 miles, and I'm like, I'm going off by the watch because I don't want to run no more. And so I got off the treadmill. Then I tried to sleep for a little bit, and like I'm kind of feeling the effect. I mean, it's all on. If you want my full, you go watch the YouTube. You go watch the video. I mean, it's good. But I get off the treadmill and I go lay back down, and I wake up at 3:50, and I couldn't move. Like my legs were shot.
How many miles is this by now?
I was 16 miles in at this point. 16 miles on the day, and I went in. My head was huge. It was so huge going into that. But I went in to that fourth run, and it was the sun came out, so it was hot because it's been raining all day. It was humid. I was drinking water, and like I hit the 2 mile mark on that fourth run, and I had to start walking. Like, I thought I was about to, like, die. So I'm, like, walking a little bit and trying to catch my breath. My heart rate never got high, but I just couldn't move my legs. My chest was cramping because the Murphy the day before, all them push-ups and pull-ups. My stomach was hurting because I hadn't eaten nothing. I had no energy, like, literally zero energy. Because, I mean, if you think about it, how many hours fasted am I at that point? Like, 16 to 20 hours fasted at that point. And if you look at the science, about that mark is when like all your energy, like your fat storages and all your fat buildup is gone, and you're burning straight fat and burning straight muscle. When you haven't eaten nothing, like all your food energy is gone. And so I'm just going off of fumes, and I'm thinking in this run, I'm like, if I don't eat something, I might pass away. And so I ended the fast at 22 hours, and then I didn't think I laid down in the bed after that, and I'm like, I think I'm going to run one more run and call it quits, because I was like, I'm not doing this again another day. Like, that was the most painful run I ever had in my life, probably close to it. And
it's crazy.
I went and ran with Isaiah at 8 o'clock because we talked about, because he texted me the day before. He's like, hey, you want to go run tonight? I'm like, not tonight. Let's go tomorrow because I already ran today. And I knew I was doing the 4:48 the next day. I'm like, let's go 8 o'clock tomorrow. Let's do it. He's like, bet. So I show up. He's like, hey, how many plan on running today? I'm like, well, let's do 4. But I've already done 20 miles today so far. He's like, huh? So I said, we're going to go slow. And so we ran those 4 miles. And I'm like, yeah, I'm calling it quits. And so then it's all in the video if you want to watch it. But that was a 4:48. If you ever do it, I mean, I could have woke up the next day and finished it out. but I didn't see any point in it. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't have a why behind it. And I came so disassociated is not the word. I used a word in the video, and I can't remember what it was. But I was so out of how I kind of forgot how hard running actually is because I've gotten kind of good at it over the years.
Mm-hmm.
And I came into it with an ego. I was like, man, it's just 4 miles at a time. I can go do that. But like, you run, and it's just a long enough cool down to where you just kind of get like back in a set of not ready to move. Then you have to go right then. Oh man, it was terrible. So I ran 24 miles on Tuesday. It was 22 miles. Or 20 of them were fasted, and then the last 4 I had some food before the last 4. And man, that food was good. Mom was whipping up. I think she made like meatloaf and mashed potatoes. Gosh, it was good. It was good.
What day was it?
Tuesday.
Oh man, she was off a day.
What?
So I don't know. This is a completely random tangent. Has nothing to do with anything but meatloaf. So in the home of L8, Winchester, Kentucky, as Jimmy would say.
Winchester, Kentucky.
Yeah, there's a lot of places that you can go get crappy food at.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of gas stations with like little delis in them.
Yeah.
You know, like they got the chicken strips, the wedges.
Yeah.
A bunch of them do a daily special.
Mm-hmm.
For a reason that I don't know, other than somebody is hustling and selling meatloaf to these delis on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go in Winchester on Wednesday, they have meatloaf.
Really?
Yeah. Like everywhere. So somebody out there is whipping up a bunch of meatloaf on Tuesdays and just slanging them on the streets.
That's
to these
awesome.
stores to sell, I guess.
That's awesome.
I don't know why, but Wednesday's meatloaf day
In Winchester.
in Winchester.
Well, next time I'm in Winchester on a Wednesday, I'll have to get some meatloaf.
Happy Thursday, Micah Swim.
Yes.
Anyway, what's your I don't know, what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about the sunset?
Hold up, let me finish out this 4-4-48
okay.
challenge
Okay.
or story. But yeah, I did that last 4 miles, and I was just like content with it being over. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this again tomorrow. And so we got out of it, or I just ended it, and I failed it, and that's okay because, you know, it's good to fail sometimes. Like, well, it's not good to fail. I mean, you never want to fail, but
I think it's good to fail.
I can learn from where I went wrong. I think it really came out of just boredom. Is really the thing behind it. It's like, I don't know. I wanted to push myself again, and that was definitely pushing myself. I didn't finish it, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did end it because then Thursday, I don't think I could have played in that ball game Thursday. I'll talk about that later. That ball game was fun. Anywho, what was your question for me, or do you want to save it?
All right, we'll get into it.
Unless you want to talk for a little bit. I've been talking this whole time.
No, that's all right. Let me pull up the scripture.
Okay.
And I don't know. I've heard people preach on it,
Okay.
but I never really. I saw a TikTok the other day, and this guy asked what it means to submit to your partner.
Mm-hmm.
And that's biblical. Ephesians 5:22. And a lot of people twist this, so nobody get mad at me for reading the Bible.
Hold up. Let me pull it up so I'm with you.
Tell me when you're there.
Ephesians 5:22. Paul writing to the church of Ephesus.
Yep.
I'm here.
Wives, submit yourselves to your own husbands as you do to the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
For the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church, his body, of which he is the Savior. Now, as the church submits to Christ, so also wives should submit to their husbands in everything.
Mm-hmm.
Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her,
Mm-hmm.
to make her holy, cleansing her by the washing with water through the word, and to present her to himself as a radiant church without stain or wrinkle or any other blemish, but holy and blameless.
Mm-hmm.
In this same way, husbands ought to love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. After all, no one ever hated their own body, but they feed and care for their body, just as Christ does the church. For we are members of his body. For this reason, a man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and the two will become one flesh.
It's quoting Genesis, by the way. That verse is.
This is a profound mystery, but I am talking about Christ and the church. However, each one of you also must love his wife as he loves himself, and the wife must respect her husband.
Mm-hmm.
So what does submitting really mean?
Is that the question?
I guess so. Because, like, I assume it's just, like, loving and respecting.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the way it makes sense to me. I thought I'd get your thoughts on it.
What does submitting really mean? Well, let me look up a definition of submit, and we can go from there. Accept or yield to a superior force or to the authority or will of another person. Agree to refer a matter to a third party. That's something else. Subject to... we'll just go with this first one. Accept or yield to a superior force or to the authority or the will of another person. I've actually had this conversation with I guess a mentor of mine and someone I look up to very highly. He was talking about, his wife, and I don't want to get into the details of it because that's their business. But just about how, like, when it comes to submitting, like a wife submitting to her husband, like that is biblical. So when it comes to matters of the household or whatever, you got to follow what the Bible says about it, in my opinion and my truth. What does submitting look like?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't tell you. I haven't really been in that situation.
Yeah.
And so that's a hard thing for me to say, well, you got to listen to everything your husband says, because that's not necessarily true.
Yes.
Because if your husband's telling you to go jump off a bridge or like do this, and he's not loving you while he's doing that, you don't need to listen to that. First of all, you shouldn't be in that relationship anyways if he's treating you that way.
Yeah.
Second of all, that's not you being one together. Notice the parallel that Paul's drawing here with Christ and the church, and I think that's really what you got to look at, because you can look at that 5:22 and be like, well,
that's how it gets twisted.
Yeah,
people are like, oh, you got to listen to me.
Yeah,
I'm your husband.
But look what he says here. He says, for the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church. So if we're looking at this in a context of husband and wife, Christ and church, okay, I think this is how we should be looking at this. And I'm no relationship counselor. I've never been in that spot. But this is just my opinion on it. This is me looking in on it. And I think Paul does a great job here explaining it. But we'll try to break it down verse by verse here. So we got husband, wife, Christ, church, two separate parties, parallel and kind of equal in each other.
Yeah.
Okay. So the wife is going to submit to the husband just like the church submits to Christ. That's a fair take, I would say, because Christ died for us, and because of that sacrifice, we are going to love him and follow him, and we're going to kind of do what he says. So 24 says, now as the church submits to Christ, also a wife should submit to her husband in everything. Husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church, and he gave himself up for her. So what does that tell us as men? What do we have to do?
Hang on,
Husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church. So as men, what are we supposed to do for our wives?
Sacrifice?
Everything.
Well, yeah.
Give up everything for them. Do, like, it's a two-way street, really. Yeah. It's not just you look at kind of old patriarchal society. It's like, well, I'm not getting into that.
Yeah, I brought us on the thin ice, brother. I'm sorry,
but no, this just caught me out of the blue too. But like, it's a two-way street. Christ died for the church, so as men and husbands, we're supposed to do that for our wives, and we're supposed to lay down everything for our wives. Love them, work for them, sacrifice for them, do whatever they need. Be there for them, support them, love them. Take care of them, give ourselves up for them. Let's see. 26 says, to make her holy, cleansing her by the washing with water through the word, and present her to himself as a radiant church without stain or wrinkle or any blemish, but holy and blameless. In the same way, husbands ought to love their wives as their own bodies. I think that's something I think worldly marriage kind of doesn't talk about anymore, because a lot of people get married and they're still just two people. When you get married, you're not just yourself anymore. You are to become one. Like that's like you and Raina are you're one, So you got to love her just the same way that you love yourself, probably more. You should be loving her more. But treat her just like you would treat yourself, Don't expect her to do anything that you wouldn't be willing to do yourself, that type of way of thinking. But he who loves his wife loves himself. After all, no one ever hated their own body, but they feed and care for their body just as Christ does the church. So we're going to care for our wives just as Christ is caring for the church. For we are members of his body. For this reason, a man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and the two will become one flesh. That's Genesis. Referring back to Genesis when they made, when God made Eve. Notice how Paul said, this is a profound mystery. Yes. but I'm talking about Christ and the church. However, each one of you must love his wife as he loves himself, and the wife must respect her husband. So, going back to your question of what it means to submit, I don't know if I have an answer for that. Mm-hmm. That might be a good question to ask a woman, what's their opinion on it? What do they think about it? Because, I can read it. Let's see what the NASB says.
I think it's a good thing to talk about as a couple.
For sure.
That scripture.
For sure.
Because, I saw that TikTok that made me think
NASB says subject. Subject yourself to your own husbands. So that would be, it's similar.
Yeah, but I saw that TikTok, and what the guy was talking about, he does like DIY projects, mm-hmm. like remodeling, fence building, that kind of thing. But he goes around and does it for people for free. Mm-hmm. And he makes his videos, and that's how he
pays for it and stuff.
So he was talking about it, and he was talking about how he had a friend ask him for relationship advice and how he felt like he wasn't respected by his wife, mm-hmm. or his girlfriend, whatever. Yeah. He was like, and then the guy talking in the video, he was talking about how people don't really talk about that very often. Mm-hmm. He's like, we don't. He said a lot of guys don't know what to do to be respected. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't even know what it means to submit.
Yeah.
So I thought it was interesting. Me and Raina talked about it.
What's your thoughts on it?
I asked her what she thought it meant.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I don't know. I was like, I don't either. It's like, I got no clue. I feel like we're doing all right. But it's, you know, we're pretty easygoing people.
Yeah.
But I think it would be good to talk about. Because that's like at work all the time.
I don't know if that's like a first date question.
No,
but it needs to be early on.
It needs to be talked about. And it probably needs to be talked about not just early on, but throughout.
Yeah.
Because it's feedback. Mm-hmm. You know, if I was doing something that was hurtful to Raina, then I would want to know about it.
Yeah.
Immediately. And I'm sure she would feel the same way.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It struck me as interesting. I had a whole thing I was going to say.
But it is true. I mean, you know, I've never been in a spot where I've had to have this conversation before, but you know, I've thought about it a lot here recently. Mm-hmm. You know, 1 Corinthians 7. I was stumped by that the other day.
Yeah.
Like, golly, do you know what that is?
Is that what we talked about?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
About marriage and stuff, but I was just like, I don't know. It's just like a lot of things kind of coming together all at once right now, and so I'm thinking about it. I was like, you know, relationships, like all this dating around just to be dating, like that's not scriptural, you know.
Yeah.
Like if I'm gonna, where does it say this at? Proverbs. This is what Proverbs is saying. Proverbs 18, 22. He who finds a wife finds what is good and receives favor from the Lord. Like finds a wife, you know. Like when you're like going to date somebody and like you were dating somebody early on, that can potentially be your wife. Mm-hmm. And like so you kind of need to be treating her like your wife pretty early on, you know.
Yeah.
And so and a lot of people don't do that. I think
no,
they don't do that at all. A lot of people, they do it just to sleep around or whatever. And, you know, there's a lot. I mean, if we go back to Ephesians there, I mean, Paul's talking about sexual immorality. And back in Ephesians 5, just a little bit before that. But, like, he says in Ephesians 5:3, but among you there must not be even a hint of sexual immorality or any kind of impurity or of greed, because these are improper for God's holy people, whatever. But it just keeps going on. It's like no immoral person, impure, greedy person, such a person as an idolater or whatever, all these bad things he's listed, has any inheritance in the kingdom of Christ and of God. Like no inheritance at all if you're sinning, you know, which is scary because we sin all the time. That's where God's grace comes in, you know, and Christ saved us on the cross there. But we shouldn't be living for those things, and you know, relationships are perverted a lot of the way, like perverted from the way God designed them to, like Paul referred to in Genesis there. In the same way, for this reason, a man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and they'll become one flesh. That's how relationships are meant to be. Like you guys are going to become one flesh. And if you're becoming one flesh with somebody, you know, and whoever that is also has become quote unquote one flesh with like all these other people, it gets a little murky and not the way God intended it to be. And so, you know, I mean, you can think your thoughts on that, whoever's listening, but I mean, that's scriptural. You know, that's how it's meant to be. You become one flesh, one person, one body. And Paul draws a really good parallel there with church and Christ. But to go back to your thing, or your question there about what it means to submit. That's a conversation you gotta have with your partner pretty early on.
Yeah.
And I think it's important. I've seen a lot of people's like, well, people ought to be like going to like premarital counseling and stuff, and like even if you're not sitting down with somebody, you need to be sitting like with a third party or whatever. You need to be sitting down and having these tough conversations early on. What's our boundaries here? Like where we're not caught in sexual immorality. You know, we're not caught in fornication before marriage. You know, because like that's something a lot of people struggle with too. And so these are conversations you need to have, and like boundaries you need to set up pretty early on, because you're not one flesh until you're married. You know, and so if you're doing these things beforehand, it's a little murky, you know, and that's just how it is. So you got to be aware of that, and you got to be disciplined in yourself, and be trustful with your partner, and be trustful enough to yourself that you can, you know, still go and do these things and still enjoy each other's company without going and crossing these boundaries and falling into sin and stuff like that. So, I mean, those are tough conversations you need to have early on. And if you're not mature enough to sit down and have those conversations and say, hey, what's the Bible say about this? How should we be living? How should we be working through our problems here? If you're not mature enough to have those conversations, grow up, you know. Like that's all it is. Grow up.
Yeah,
and
that would be tough though. I got.
It'd be hard. It's
hard. Me and Rena were young when we started dating.
Yeah. What were you, like 15, 16?
I just turned 16.
Yeah,
and like I mean, I got very lucky.
Yeah.
I walked up the bat, came right down the center, and I just
crack.
First ball I swung at.
Yeah.
So I got lucky, and like I don't think either of us ever really had a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know I didn't. Like,
yeah.
Like, I don't want to sound like a cornball, but I was pretty sure before we even started dating.
Yeah.
And so it was, I don't know. I feel like I can't relate. Like, I don't know how to. I mean, I want to sit here and be like, yeah, that would be the right thing to do. And it is.
Yeah.
It definitely is. Like, how you go about that.
Yeah. And I'm sitting here with zero experience at all.
I don't think there's a smooth way to get into that.
There's not a smooth way. You just got to be like, hey, man, this is what we got to. We need to sit down. We need to talk about this.
We got to figure this out.
We got because you know, if we're checking off my priority list, you know, we got God on top. You're second. You know, I hate to break it to you, but you're second in this. Christ is at the foremost, and you're second. But. So I got to find ways of like, well, I got to serve Christ, but also while I'm serving Christ, I also have to serve you, because that's what the Bible tells me to do. Yeah. I have to love you like I love myself, even more than myself. I've got to be willing to lay my life down for you, and that's scriptural, and that's the way relationships should be, and that's the way. And if you're a man and you're not doing that, I don't want to be like grow up, but like let's take a look in the mirror, you know. Let's sit down. Let's sit down and let's have these hard conversations. But I'm sitting here from zero experience at all. That's how I would do it, though, because that's what the Bible says. So hopefully one day I'm lucky enough I'll be able to have these conversations.
Gabe's ready to lay his life down.
I'm on deck, man. I'm on deck. I'm ready to go. I'm
waiting on the pitch.
It's for the pitch clock. It's going on. The pitcher's taking a long time.
Just standing up there.
I'm ready, Coach. Put me in.
You know, like I said, the TikTok that I drew inspiration from, their inspiration was their friend feeling like they weren't respected in their relationship.
Yeah.
And they were looking for advice. You know, everybody's different. Like, some people are difficult. You know, like, that's the truth. Some people are difficult. Mm-hmm. Some people you can do everything for, and it just won't work. Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of the times it's directly proportionate. As, like, if you're willing to do your part, the other part comes naturally.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
And I think it's important too. It's like, well, you said, it's like, well, I knew early on that, like, you said you knew early on, like, this was the
pretty
one.
Sure.
And so
I knew I had to make it work.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if she was willing to do that much charity work.
But it's important that you kind of make that decision kind of early on, you know, because you don't want to wake up 5-6 years down the road and be like, what have I gotten myself into?
Yeah.
You know, because then you're really screwed, you know. That's where a lot of tough conversations have to happen. But you need to be like that. That's the biggest decision you'll probably make in your life.
Oh yeah,
is marrying somebody. And there's people that go and do it like 7-8 times. You know,
I know a lot of those people. There's this old boy.
They make a lot of big decisions.
This old boy Roy from West Virginia.
Shout out Roy.
And Roy, man, he didn't talk about his wife. He talked about his current wife. I kid you not, he'd been married 6 times. My wife right now. You getting rid of her, Roy? What are you doing, man?
My wife for the meantime.
I feel like, I mean, I love Roy. If he somehow stumbled upon this, our deal's still good. But I feel like, you know, there's a common denominator there.
But I was also talking to that same person I mentioned earlier. It's like I said, well, you gotta sit down and you gotta have this conversation right now, because like you don't want to make a decision, a commitment, and become in one flesh, and that other person is not agreeing with you, and that a person is not lining up with you on this. You know, you can have different interests, you can have different hobbies. You don't have to be the same exact person.
Yeah.
But like a lot of your ideologies, is that the right word for that? Ideologies? Yeah. They need to be pretty similar. You know, your love for the Lord needs to be pretty, like, it's got to be similar. Like, it's got to be the same.
Equally yoked, as Mr. Lutz would say.
Yes. The Bible also talks about that.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So what's it mean to submit? I think it means just give yourself to them, you know. And that's not just like, well, just let me just give myself to you as a piece of meat or whatever, you know. Like, this is me working for you.
Yeah.
And because I'm working for you, you're going to work for me, and we're going to be one together. And we're going to grow a relationship together that's going to be fulfilling, and that's going to be loving, and it's going to grow both of our relationships with Christ together, and we're going to grow and flourish into the way that God intended it to be. That's my views on that. And that's what I believe to be true on that. So I've thought about it a little bit, if you can't tell.
Yeah. I think
that's how I'd go about things.
I think you're submitting to one another.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like, submitting as in giving myself to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if that's the woman's side, then the man's side is the same thing. Because we're talking about, like, giving everything for you.
Yeah.
So
that's a good question.
Decent little segment.
I like that. What else?
Now, politics.
No, let's try not to get it, because we get into politics and we start yelling at each other or just yelling at whoever. I don't know, but anywho, what's the other question we got written down here?
You were talking about earning the sunset.
I can't even remember where that idea came from. I saw it on TikTok. You know how often everyone gets on TikTok and scrolls.
Oh yeah.
You know, and this guy's like, well, what have you done today to earn the sunset? That got me thinking, like, holy crap, I haven't done anything to earn the sunset. Like, I don't deserve this. And when was this? Was this yesterday? Was that last night? I think last night. What was it? Last night sunset. What was last night? Thursday or was it Wednesday?
It's Thursday.
It was Wednesday. Wednesday sunset was the most beautiful sunset I've ever
yeah?
seen in my life. And it was like magical because I felt like I earned that one after the Tuesday night debacle or Tuesday whatever that was. Whatever you want to describe that. 4/4/24 is stupidity.
It's crazy.
But I did it halfway. But anyways, I was running Tuesday night or Wednesday night, and my legs were still cooked. I mean, it was after church Wednesday night. Legs were cooked from the day before. I was just wanting to get 2 easy miles in, keep the streak alive, kind of get recovered for my basketball game on Thursday, student-teacher game that I somehow get to play in.
Did you ball up on them?
Yeah, did a little bit. We'll talk about that later. But I step outside, and it's been pouring the rain this week. Just absolutely just downpour, raining bad this week. And it was just a mix of the way the sun was setting, the way the clouds were in the sky. There was a rainbow in the sky, and the only way I could describe it is that I was looking straight into heaven. Like, it was just beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got to go outside Wednesday night and look.
I didn't see it.
Holy crap, dude! It was like I should have took a picture.
It's funny you say that though, because every time I drive on 52 at night and I see your all sign, I also feel like I'm looking straight into heaven. It's
I passed by it last night. I need to text Joe and turn this thing down.
Y'all are trying to send people to heaven. Like, y'all doing both sides, man.
But
it's the worst whenever it's got like a darker screen and then it switches while you're driving. You're like, ow!
We need to turn it down at night for sure. I think it has been turned down a little bit, but it needs to be turned down some more.
Yeah, it's not as bright as it was, but it's still freaking bright.
But yeah. If anyone's driving down 52 at night, you know what we're talking about. But I looked up. I'm like, and I just caught myself staring just up at the clouds and just staring at the sunset. I'm like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. And I felt like I truly earned that sunset after kind of the effort I put in.
Yeah.
Thursday or Tuesday. But then I had to go inside and write 2 papers. I got them done. I got a 95 and a 97 on them. I can't use ChatGPT on these. She checks. She sent a big email out today. She's like, hey, guys, quit. Basically. And so she doesn't think I'm using it. So, because she's giving me good grades.
That's funny, too, because, throughout your entire K-12 experience, it's like, you guys get away with this now. But in 3rd grade, they'll beat you with a paddle for that. And, it's like it just keeps going. And then in high school, it was like somebody got cheating on a test. It's like, well, if you do that in college, they'll line you up against a wall and shoot you. And then everybody uses ChatGPT, and we get like an email. Or you get like an email.
Oh, she gives them bad grades because you can see there's a box and whisker plot of like the grades, and I'm like towards the right end, like the right side with the good end. But there's some rough ones on the grades. You can't see what person scores what, but you can see how the rest of the class have been scoring. There's some rough ones. She gives some bad grades out there, so she's been giving some zeros. But
she's supposed to get kicked out for plagiarism.
After so many strikes.
I thought it was like one and done.
They say that just to scare you.
Yeah.
But this is funny. I passed a class last semester. I'm not going to say what class it was, but I passed a class last semester with an A, 100%. Showed up to class twice. Didn't do a single paper.
Yeah, man. That's
Anywho,
that's where your $200 Eastern Experience fee comes from. And an Ice Spice concert.
I mean, we could talk about how much we hate our country all day, but EKU, put them above. But anyways, back to what I was talking about, earning the sunset. I felt like I really earned the sunset Wednesday. Yeah, I mean, it was just beautiful. I was sitting there running. I was feeling good. Then I woke up Thursday morning and hurt to move. I've been waking up in the mornings. It's been hurting to move. But that's just how it goes, man.
Older, brother.
Just getting old. Whopping 22 years old. Been called Unc too many times. Anywho.
It could be worse.
Could be worse. What are you looking at?
Worse. Well, I can't see it.
Oh.
Everybody else can.
But, anywho.
The male pattern baldness I've had since I was 12.
Speaking of 12, let me show you this pictures I've found on Facebook today.
Is it stuff your mom posted?
It was actually something my grandma posted.
Oh, yeah. I saw them.
Time sure does fly by. It was these. Look at these guys.
I know it. Old graduation picture.
Me and Miss Wynn, shout out.
Shout
Miss
out
Gray
Miss
now.
Wynn.
There's me and Hootie. I just want to show the camera this real quick because I'll probably be too lazy to put in a picture of post editing. Let me find this picture. Yeah, this guy right here. This guy ran a 2:52 marathon. Let's just take a look at that guy right there. That guy ran a 2:52 marathon, baby.
That guy's a dog.
They can't hear me because I was talking over there.
That's all right.
But that guy ran a 2:52 marathon. Anyways, who would have thunk? Not me. But, yeah, how can you earn the sunset? If I was going to ask you that question, how could you earn the sunset? What do you got to do to earn the sunset? Ooh, that's a good question. What do you got to do to earn it?
That's a pretty good question. I don't know.
Because it's given to you every day.
Yeah, it is.
And a lot of things.
Probably nothing.
A lot of things are given to us every day.
Yeah.
And I wrote about it in one of my papers the other day. I've actually enjoyed this class because on a lot of these papers I write is just like stupid nonsense. But like Dr. Adams actually put some care and thought into her classes and like actually makes it worth their while, I think anyways, at least in some of the assignments. I definitely read the books, guys, and definitely do all that stuff. But that wasn't it.
Man, I hate to be like...
It was It was the... No, that wasn't it either. I don't know. But I wrote about it, and I'm like, yeah, a lot of things are kind of given to us, and the bar is set pretty low. Have I talked about that on here before? How the bar is set low?
I think the past 2 or 3 weeks
we
talked about it.
But anyways, what were you going to say?
Those last couple.
Yeah.
I hate to sound like, everybody deserves a trophy.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I feel like if you show up for the sunset, it's yours, baby.
Yeah. I like it.
I mean,
if you make it to the sunset, enjoy it.
It happens every day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something that's so easy to overlook.
Yeah.
Like waking up. Man, every day you wake up's a miracle.
Yeah.
Like the chances that your parents were born and that they were in the same time, in the same place, and they did whatever they did that made a child. World's greatest mystery. And then you showed up. Wild statistics.
I also think of this a lot. If we're talking about statistics, I think of my buddy Tanner. Like, he's having him and his girl are having a baby. They were born on the same day in the same hospital, and they were put right next to each other in the nursery.
Really?
Yes. Like, what are the odds of that? Like, that's nuts. But, like, if we were talking about chances, that's nuts. But, anyways, and they didn't really start hanging out and stuff until months ago. A year ago. I don't know their history, but shout out Tanner, man. Anyways. Yeah, how can you earn the sunset? What can you do in your day to earn the sunset? I like your ideas or your statement of if you make it to the sunset, enjoy it. Because I
think if you make it and you show up for it.
Yeah, if you show up for it, enjoy it. I think because you got to get your words out, Gabe. Showing up is like 90% of the battle. Some would say 95% of the battle. Mm-hmm. Some would say 99% of the battle. Like
back in the day, it was 99. We're down to 95 now.
Like all you gotta do is show up, really, and you'll make things happen once you show up. Yeah. And so if you can show up for the sunset, the sunset is overlooked a lot because a lot of people's like, well, I'll enjoy the sunset when I'm at the beach, just going over the water. I'll enjoy the sunset. I'm sitting on the porch, but like, how often are you doing that? I mean, some people do it every day, but like, I don't know where I'm going with that. Maybe let's move on to a different topic.
Well, let's move on to the sunrise then. Because me and Raina, we were in Maine on vacation, and while our house was getting broken into, we were making plans to go to Cadillac Mountain for the sunrise.
Yeah.
And Cadillac Mountain is the tallest mountain in the region up there, I think. I can't remember what region.
If you want it to be.
I can't remember what region. But it's the tallest mountain within some certain...
It's one of the taller mountains up there.
Yeah, it's
a big one. It's the big one.
It's not that tall. It's the big one to the left at the back. And
it's in the back.
Anyway, from Cadillac Mountain, you can be the first to see the sunrise in the U.S.
Okay, that's cool.
So we were like, let's get up there.
Yeah.
Go see the sunrise. Well, the first night, we didn't plan on doing it the first full day we had there. We were going to explore, kind of get a lay of the land.
Get your bearings.
Go from there.
Yeah.
Well, the first day, I wake up at like 4:30 in the morning. I had to pee bad. Had to walk to the bathroom. I walked out. Sun was up. I didn't know what time it was, so I'm walking around, like, kind of expecting to see a bunch of people out, going to the bathroom, brushing their teeth, whatnot.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody. I get back to our little cabin, and I picked up my phone to check it, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's 4:50 in the morning or whatever it was. I was like, we ain't never making it up there.
You're going to spend the night up there.
Like, if I pack right into the car, we might make it up there, but that's about the only way. And we didn't make it once for the sunrise. But we did go check it out. It was a really pretty mountain.
It's like that time we went up to Cloud Splitter for the sunrise. We made it up. We climbed that whole mountain in the dark. We got up there for the sunrise. We looked over the overlook, and the sun was right behind us. It was on the other side.
That's research is good when planning a hike.
Oh, it would have been a killer spot for the sunset.
Oh, man. Would have been good.
But we got up there, we were expecting the sun to come up. It was like, oh, it's getting daylight. Where's the sun at? You turn around. Oh, it's behind us. Behind this other mountain behind.
My neck's warm. Speaking of my neck being warm, I got burned yesterday.
Did you?
On that mower.
Yeah. I got a little toasty on the mower today, too.
My neck's burnt.
I mow like a redneck hillbilly. I wore shoes today. Sometimes I don't wear shoes.
To mow?
Yeah, I just go shirtless and shorts and.
Let's go.
Like that's the America I'll pay taxes for right there.
Yeah, man.
A bucket hat, no shoes,
man.
In the yard.
Trashy Oakley glasses.
No, I don't wear my Oakleys out there.
Oh.
I wear my little.
Yours aren't trashy though.
Yeah, they're not. I keep them nice, but I wear like these beat up glasses. Mm-hmm. So I wear my beat up glasses, like the ones you get at the giveaway tables at the. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Like the ones the banks give away.
They're like bright colored blue with white letters down the side.
Yeah. I had an EKU pair for the longest time I'd wear, but I lost them. I've got these white ones now. They're butt ugly. But they keep the grass out of my eyes when I'm weed eating so I don't go blind. Yeah. But that's America I'll pay taxes for right there, man.
And weed eating, you'll catch up. Brother, you'll take a bite out of the earth and it'll come right back at you, man.
I was weed eating today, and I got my AirPods in, right? And so I bought a new pair of AirPods the other day because my other one, the right one, was so corroded, it wasn't charging no more. I'm like, well, this sucks. So I tried to clean. I was sitting there scrubbing it, trying to clean it, and it would never charge. I'm like, all right, I'll just buy a new pair. So I bought a new pair, and so I'm sitting there weed eating, and like grass comes up and hits my AirPod, and it makes this big loud noise. I thought I got shot. Like it'll come up, it'll smack you right in the glasses, or it'll smack you in like the chest or something. One time I was weed eating, something cut up and like cut me. I'm like, this is dangerous.
Hey, bro, it's sketchy in Winchester.
Yeah.
Because, on top of being the maintenance guy, the engineer, kind of, the fabricator, the machinist,
and the lawn care.
I also do the lawn care. And, bro, I'll be out there weed eating, we're right there downtown.
Yeah.
So people just throw their trash right in their lawn.
Get your plastic bottle
all
or
the
aluminum
time.
Can or something.
Oh, I ain't worried about them, bro. I'm relieved to see them. It's the needles that scare me. Because I hit one with a weed. Well, I didn't hit it. But, like, it's been growing up bad because it's been raining forever.
Yeah.
So I didn't go out and weed eat my old. And, hopefully that's Amazon. Hopefully that's Amazon. I forgot where it was. Oh, the grass was real tall.
Yeah.
So I'm cutting around the sign there, and I like cut this big swath of grass down.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big old needle in there, and I was like, "Yep, that would have gave me AIDS." I'm so glad I didn't hit it. I was like, I don't know what to do with it, so I kicked it in the road. I didn't want it in my yard.
It's in somebody's tire now.
Hopefully.
That's funny. But, yeah. What were we talking about?
God,
I had like...
You're talking about earning the sunset, brother.
Yeah, I'm talking about needles. But, I had like a list of questions I was going to ask you, but I never filled out what that list was going to be on that list. Because I was thinking of a good idea for an episode. I'm like, well, if I had like a list of questions to ask you, that would give us something to talk about.
Yeah.
And I just never sat down and did that. So, what's a question I could ask you right now? You had a really good question with the Ephesians 5 there. What's it mean to submit? Tap out. No, don't tap out.
Every blind dog finds a nut or something like that.
Yeah. Anywho, I guess we can talk about this student-faculty game. I was hooping a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. I turned the ball over way too many times. And so, shout out Hunter, if he's listening. Shout out Hunter. It was some good competition. We play. So in these basketball games, right? I mean, it's the students versus the teachers. And so, a bunch of guys just pounding and banging away. Like, it got a little physical a little bit. So, like, the whole school's there. Don't worry about it. Whole school's there. And I show up, and I'm dripped out, man. I'm dripped out. I went and spent all my VC on some drip. Like in 2K.
Yeah.
But, no, I go and buy this. Because when I was little, when I played ball at Kiwanis, I'd wear a headband, and I'd wear an arm sleeve, like the hex pad arm sleeve. And there's an iconic picture that I posted on my Instagram. It's archived. It's not public no more. Let me pull this up. It's just so you can get the idea of what I'm talking about here.
I feel like I got an idea.
No, but I got to show it to you, man.
I'm kidding.
I got to show it to you.
I want to see it.
But I've got this armband on. There's that picture right there. That won us a pizza party, and I will never forget it. I will never forget it. That picture has 34 likes. It's archived, though. It's not public out there anymore.
That's good.
But, yeah, I'd be playing ball in elementary school. I'd have the white headband, and I'd have the hex pad arm sleeve. Here we go. This is the picture right here.
Yo!
So, hashtag hex pad. So, I'd have that arm sleeve.
Let's go.
So, I went... That guy ran a 2:52 marathon, by the way. But I went and bought this arm sleeve because Mom, she got in the mail the other day a $20 off coupon for Dick's. I'm like, I'm gonna go spend it. So I went.
Yeah.
So I went and buy this arm sleeve. So it ended up costing me like $7. So I was pretty pumped about it. And so I had my red, white, and blue headband. I threw that thing on, put the arm sleeve on, and I had like the leg sleeves on, like my black leggings on under my pants. I was feeling dripped out, man. I was kind of doing it as a joke, but also like the compression was nice on my legs because the legs were cooked. And so I went to the rec beforehand because I was in Richmond. I was supposed to go for my EKU internship, but the boss, she's like, yeah, we don't have no work for you. Don't come in today. I'm like, bet. I will not. And so I go over there, and so I put the arm sleeve on. I start shooting. The first shot I take, I bang off the backboard. I'm like, man, I've been hitting the gym too much. Like, I'm getting a little strong on my shot. So I'm sitting there dialing in my jump shot. I'm in there for like 25 minutes at the rec, just putting up shots left and right. Like, it got to a point my arm was getting tired. I was putting up so many shots, and I was making not a lot of them, but I was making a few. Feeling confident enough to where I could go shoot in this game and not look like a fool, because I didn't want to look like a fool in front of that many people, especially when I might have been talking a little bit to some of the kids on the track team beforehand. But not a lot, just a little bit.
Yeah,
but
a healthy amount.
Yeah, and so I show up to the gym before the game, and I'm putting some shots up. I'm knocking some shots down. I'm missing some shots. I'm just trying to get loose. So I put the arm sleeve on, put my shoes on, I put the headband on. I'm feeling good, ready to go. So Noah Williams rolls in there with these 2 tattoo sleeves. So he gives one to Coach Mahanes, the girls basketball coach. He's playing with us. So he's got this big tattoo sleeve on. Micah has one on. Micah's got this bandana. Micah Swim. He's got this like biker bandana on, and like we're ready to go. Pruitt had one on too, and so we had a good time. But the first little bit, Braxton, he showed up and played. Just like he did last year. Braxton Miller, he balled out in last year's game, and he was doing the same. They put me at the point guard. I'm like, guys, I can't dribble the ball. Like, I'm going to turn the ball over if I dribble it, if I even touch it. Like, I can catch and shoot, and I can catch and pass. I can't dribble. And so they found that out pretty quick, because when I was bringing the ball up the court to start the game, it was stolen from me immediately. Nice. I'm like, well, crap. But Hunter went up and tried to dunk it, and he missed it. I'm like, all right, good. That's good that didn't cause points right there. And so we get the ball back, and the game plan was on defense, we were going to run a box and one. So what a box and one is, so, like, say this is the free throw line right here. This is the goal. So we'd have 2 people here on defense, and the one was me. My job was to guard Hunter. Like, wherever he goes, because he's the best player, fastest player. My job was to guard him because I was the fastest one on our team. And so, because I'm playing with the faculty. And so, like, if the ball's over here, he'd step up. Ball's over here, he'd step up. So on and so forth. It's a zone defense. And so we're playing that, and it's working pretty well. But they said, all right, whenever they shoot it, Gabe, you run to the end of the other end of the court. We're going to rebound it, and we're just going to throw it to you. And so as soon as they shoot it, I take off running, and it worked a couple times till they caught on to it. Nice. But I got a couple points off that. I had 2 layups and I had 2 threes. I had 10 points, and maybe like 6 turnovers.
Yo,
did you see the videos I sent you in the group chat of me hitting them threes? Dude, this one I felt like Curry. I'm not gonna lie. Let me pull this video up and show it to you. This is what happens when you don't play ball in high school. You got to show your highlights. Like, this is me right here. So I'm dripped out, man.
Yeah.
I've got the leg sleeves on, the arm sleeve, the headband. So watch this right here. So they're bringing the ball up the court. That's a deep 3. Bang. I knock it down. That's a deep 3.
It was.
Catch it in rhythm.
Golly.
I was feeling it. Now, if you look at it, we have Micah Swim wide open in the corner, and everyone else on our team's at half court. This is the stupidest shot known to man. But I was feeling like Curry, and I just pulled up and knocked it down, banged it. And then I had another 3 over here in the corner. I'm over here open in the corner. Knocked that one down too.
Let's go.
But I was feeling good. I took 5 shots and made 4 of them. I missed another corner 3 earlier.
That's pretty good.
But we were up 25-18 going into the second half. We played 2 8-minute quarters, but then we started getting a little crunch for time because they had to play a volleyball game after it too before school let out. And so they're all right. We'll do second half. We'll do 6-minute running clock, and they just let that like it was very quick. We scored 4 points in the second half after scoring 25 in the first, and we got beat 30-29.
Bro,
Here's the kicker though. Shout out Nick Combs, man. Love that guy to death. Nick makes a shot. They gave him 5 points. They gave him 5 points. So, I mean, technically we still won.
yeah.
But Hunter hit a game-winning shot.
Had it.
Hunter hit a game-winning shot. So, shout out Hunter. That was a tough shot. He dribbled. There was like 5 seconds left. They called timeout. They got the inbound. And, like, all right, so the plan was, since it was a running clock, as soon as he gets the ball, foul him. Foul him right away. So they can't shoot it. The clock will run off. And so, because, like, he's so much quicker than I am. So I kind of get, like, caught up on him, and I'm behind him. He catches the inbound pass, and I'm behind him. I'm, like, shoving him in the back, trying to, like, foul him. And he just runs by me. They don't Drew and Mo were the refs, and they don't call it. They don't call the foul, which there was a lot of fouls not called, which is fine because it was physical. And they were more teacher-sided anyways. Like, we got the ball so many times when we shouldn't have. But he goes in, he makes a tough mid-range jump shot and knocks it down. I'm like, crap. But it's the students, they can have it. If we look at the stats, we know who won.
Yeah, man.
If I don't turn the ball over 6 times, that was bad. But yeah, I put on a pretty good showing. One of the kids told me, he's like, man, I didn't know you could play. Like, let's go, dude. Like, that was cool to hear. But yeah, that was fun. That was, what was that, yesterday? That was a lot of fun. Then we played the volleyball game afterwards. We don't talk about the volleyball game because like I'm worn out from this basketball. Like we played, like this basketball game was like an hour and 15 minutes. Like it was a long time.
Golly.
At this, we played from 1:15 to 3, like until school let out. We were in that gym, and so the volleyball game was afterwards. And so we get in there, and they're like, Gabe, you want to play in it too? I'm like, I guess I can get in there. And some of the female teachers, they were playing in the volleyball game because they didn't play in the basketball game. And so I'm like I'll sit over here on the bench. I don't have to play. But I get in there. First ball hit to me, I miss. Second ball hit to me. I hit it off my wrist, and it goes straight into Miss Flynn in front of me.
No. Baby.
It about hit her in the face. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And so I'm like, I'm going to sit down. Like then another one came at me and it went between my legs. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I can't play volleyball. But it was bad. Like I hit it and it about smacked her right in the mouth. I felt so bad. I felt so bad. But anywho, going on to we live and we learn and we have a good time while we do it. But and that brings me to today. We're here.
Here we are.
How long have we been going? We hit our hour mark.
Hour 10.
Beautiful.
I'm ready.
I'm ready too.
Gotta get out to Camp Burnham Wood. And
yeah.
I'm about to pee.
So yeah. I think we had some good topics today about the marriage part. Finding a wife and or husband if you're the 1% of women that listen to this show. But yeah. Take that. You can just quit watching after that part. just quit watching. Just quit watching. Oh man.
We're like those short informative videos where they still have to make it to 10 minutes so they just talk about what they're going to do for 9 minutes and then they're like, yeah, you just pull the plug out of the wall.
Yep. Well, you gonna pray when we get out of here? I think I prayed last time. Or did we even pray last time? I don't know.
Last time.
You got it.
It was bad. All right. Father God, I thank you for this day. I thank you for this opportunity. I thank you for Gabe for sitting here talking with me. God, I hope that you will continue to guide us. Let us reach people and share your word, God. I hope that you will forgive us for our sins and our shortcomings. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. What was that, 68? Wrapping up.
68, man. We're closing in on another good number.
That's right.
Big 7-3.
70. Oh, well, if we don't got anything else.
That's it for me.
Be good to your brother.
All right, everybody. Hopefully that was a little bit better of a performance. We love you.
Jesus loves you.
Be good to your brother.